Hi dear children, good morning. Welcome back to our social science class. In the last class we have discussed about formation of the United Nations organization and main organs of the UN. So today we are going to the next topic, special agencies of UN. What are the main agencies of the UN? First one, UNICEF, WHO, FAO, UNESCO, ILO, etc. Special agencies. The United Nations has several independent organs which work for the development of society. Okay, experts from different countries work together on different subjects in these agencies. Okay, experts from different countries work together on different subjects in these agencies. Agencies of the UN. First, UNICEF. The United Nations Children's Fund was set up in 1946. In 1946, the UNICEF provides aid for children, especially in developing countries, through special programs on family planning, child development and care, and training and programs for jobs. Understand? Then what has the United Nations done for improving the lives of children? What? The UNICEF provides aid for children, especially in developing countries, through special programs on family planning, child development and care, and training and programs for jobs. Okay. WHO. The World Health Organization works towards preventing epidemics and providing medical relief. World Health Organization works towards preventing epidemics. That means communicable diseases. Then preventing communicable diseases and providing medical relief to the people. Okay. Next, FAO. The Food and Agricultural Organization aims at improving the production and distribution of food. What is the main aim of the FAO? The Food and Agricultural Organization aims at improving the production and distribution of food. UNESCO. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization works towards improving the lives of millions of people through education. Main importance to education. Okay. It especially provides scientific training in backward countries. It especially provides scientific training in backward countries. Next, ILO. The International Labour Organization promotes better standards and working conditions for the people. The International Labour Organization promotes better standards and working condition for the people. The United Nations has several other agencies such as United Nations High Commission for Refugees and the International Monetary Fund, that is IMF. Okay. Achievements of the UN. The United Nations has played an important role in settling disputes that could have developed into major wars. The United Nations sends its peacekeeping forces to settle disputes. We know that United Nations sends its peacekeeping forces to settle disputes. Okay. Settle arguments. The United Nations has also played an important role in arms control, particularly or especially in preventing the use of nuclear weapons, nuclear tools, nuclear weapons. Okay. The work of the United Nations in providing relief to the poor and the underprivileged, particularly in developing countries, is noteworthy. That means the work of the United Nations in providing relief to the poor countries, poor and the underprivileged, okay, especially in developing countries, is noteworthy. India's contribution to the UN. India has been a member of the UN since its inception. Okay, India has been a member of the UN. It has participated actively in many of its agencies, such as UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Next, FAO, Food and Agricultural Organization. ILO, the International Labour Organization. Then, and the WHO, World Health Organization. Okay, it has participated actively. Okay, actively participated in many of its agencies. Okay, Indian expertise is utilized by several agencies of the UN. Indian expertise is utilized by the several agencies of the UN. Okay, similarly, the UN has also sent experts to advise and train Indians. As a part of collective security promised by the UN, India has sent peacekeeping forces to who? To Korea, Democratic Republic of Congo, Egypt and Sri Lanka to maintain peace. To forward, then to maintain peace. Okay. India boycotted South Africa when the white minority government followed a policy of discrimination or apartheid against the blacks. That means India refused to be associated with something that one disapproved of. Okay, that discrimination, a political system in South Africa in which people of different races were kept apart by law. Apartheid means that discrimination of races, okay, against the blacks. Relations with South Africa were re-established after the policy of apartheid was abolished, was refused. Okay. Similarly, India has extended sympathy and support to the Palestinians against Israeli occupation of their territories. Though these contributions are extremely valuable, India's great contribution to the UN is her foreign policy based on the principle of non-alignment. Non-alignment. India, Egypt and Yugoslavia formed the non-aligned movement. Non-aligned movement. Here, Jawaharlal Nehru at the Conference of Non-Aligned Nations held in September 1916 with the Egyptian President Gamal Abdul Nasser and Yugoslavian President Josip Broz Tito. Please look at the picture. Jawaharlal Nehru, Gamal Abdul Nasser and Yugoslavian President Josip Broz Tito. Okay. India, Egypt and Yugoslavia formed the non-aligned movement. Do you think the United Nations is a successful organization? Can you say? Can you say your answer? The main aim of the United Nations is to maintain international peace and security and also provides economic and technical assistance to member countries. Besides, being actively involved in maintaining peace around the world. Thus, United Nations is a successful organization. Okay.